I'm Kyle Black. I have a project called Auger. Originally from a town called Blackpool in England, but actually I live in Germany now, in a town called Fürstenwalde, which is sort of east of Berlin in Brandenburg.
Okay.
So
did you live in Berlin first and then moved?
No, straight to Fürstenwalde. I've been wanting to move to Germany for a long time, probably since 2021, longer than that, but seriously since then, and everything sort of fell into place to move over to Fürstenwalde. I met my now wife, who I live with over there, so it all kind of happened very quickly, but nice to finally be on German soil, which I feel a lot more at home on.
That's interesting to hear.
Yeah, I get a lot of questions as to, particularly from Germans, to say, why did you move here? Why, England's so great, why did you come here? And then Fürstenwalde people are like, why did you, of all the cities, why did you pick this? And it's like, I quite like it. I think it's pretty good.
Everybody has a different taste. Not
absolutely. Yeah. I don't really know. I've always sort of loved making music, and I got guitar lessons when I was sort of 7 or 8 years old. But even before then, I had my dad, for context, is a music producer, or was back in the late 80s and 90s. So I always knew that making music was something quite interesting. And I used to make music on old video games on PlayStation 1, like Music 2000 and stuff. But I was only 3 or 4 years old when I did that. I can't say it's very good, but I guess I've always had an interest for it. I've never not been interested in making music, but only really on stage and only singing since I was 18, when I kind of finally got the courage to do it out loud for the first time. And then since then I've been hooked on the idea. Short but sweet. It was over very, 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 very quickly, but it was really good. Yeah, I wasn't sure. It's always tricky to know when you play first if there's going to be anyone there. So my expectations were pretty low on the attendance front, but pleasantly surprised by how many people showed up.
A lot of people showed up for 3 o'clock.
I know. Yeah,
Friday.
That's it. Some people hadn't checked into their hotels yet, so. Yeah, I appreciate that people came down, and it was really great fun. The sound was good, the people were enthusiastic, so. It's just that's all you can really ask for, and we only live sort of 2.5 hours away from here, so it was quite a quick journey as well. We just did it in one go, so that was nice. I learn best by sort of putting myself in the deep end and in uncomfortable situations. So when I first sang for the first time, I literally just signed up for an open mic night that was quite popular, and so there's already sort of 50 people there. And just for the first time anyone had ever heard me sing, I thought best to do it then. And if I stand up and don't make a noise, it's even more stupid than if I sing badly. So that sort of got me into it. And then I kind of fell into the whole, with Auger somewhat accidentally, just sort of messing around, making some music. And so one thing led to another. We had a song, then we had a few, then we had an album, and then we had a tour. And it's like, okay. This is something that I do now, but I'm a very shy person, a very nervous person, but being on stage was very, very comfortable, and it's always difficult to get me back off the stage because I want to stay there longer, especially when we do 30 minutes here and I'm like, oh, I'm just getting started. Please don't take me down. It's an amazing, amazing blessing. I mean, if we were doing great on it, then it would be a blessing, and if we weren't, it's still great. I know there's controversy around it, and I know my opinion on it's going to be unpopular with some people, but without it, we wouldn't have got all the shows that we've got now. I mean, yes, we have got some opportunities, and I put everything into those shows, no matter how big or small, but if there wasn't a way for people to access music globally like that so easily and so cheaply, then they wouldn't listen to us in the first place. I don't care if I earn something from it. I'm more bothered about them listening to it, because then maybe I might be able to do a show and maybe they'll buy something, maybe they won't, but there's always someone new waiting to discover it, and that's amazing. And I'm from the UK, and yet I've been able to come over to Germany and do a show, or been able to go to America and do a show. I mean, I didn't send CDs over to America, so if that wasn't a platform that was so accessible,
or then, even if you go to Japan or something, because some people started listening in Japan.
Yeah. So it's amazing.
So you also check your Spotify stats and where people start listening.
I come from a marketing background, so I love numbers, and I track the numbers quite a lot. It's not a lot of, it is a lot of people, but also it's not a lot compared to a lot of other people. But it's still amazing to think that there's 30,000 people listening every month. I mean, that's That's insane. Where are they? I mean, I want them all to be in
So
one show.
interesting.
Yeah, I think just find something that inspires you as you're doing it. The whole thing should be enjoyable. It shouldn't be about making progression towards a certain, being this big or that big or playing this show. That's nice, but really just enjoy it. And as long as you love what you make, then when you perform it, you can channel that passion into the performance. And it's crazy, people noticing how much you enjoy the songs, they end up enjoying it even more as well. So they kind of feed off that. So as long as you sort of stay true to yourself and sort of enjoy what you're doing, I think it goes a long way. And you live and die by the quality of your music. There's so many people with great contacts who can sort of springboard themselves up a few steps. But if the music is crap, the music is crap. They'll only go so far. And if the music is good, yes, it might take a little bit longer, but it will pay off eventually. Just, stick to what you love in that regard. And just try it. There's so many good tools out there that are free as well, just to sort of get ideas down. And it doesn't take a lot to make music. When my dad was doing it in the 90s and my mum, it was a whole studio setup. It was booking time, it was forming a band. It was so hard. Now you can do it on your phone, or you can do instrumentation. You've got a whole library of strings and pianos, and you can do it all from something so small. So there's no excuse not to start trying something, really. Oh, massively, yeah. And although a lot of venues struggle to survive, which is a real shame during COVID, it is great that the love for real music is still there. And that's why this whole AI thing is very, very interesting, with bands popping up that are generated. But people love people and they want to connect with someone. There will always be shows, and there will always be that connection and that desire to go and see someone play
It's
live.
even more a chance.
If anything, it's more people
with AI, because if you're a real band, you can go out there and tour.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Ooh, I saw Fish, who was the singer of Marillion when they were good. And he did his Clutching at Straws album in its entirety, along with a couple of other tracks. And I saw it in a relatively small venue in Manchester, and it was just the most sensational thing I've ever seen. And the guy is in his late 60s, like so witty, so quick. Performance was just unmatched, and it was not only like entertaining from a humorous point of view, but also musically and vocally just flawless. And I could live in that moment perpetually and just enjoy that over and over again. And a close second is a band called the Paper Kites from Australia. They're kind of like an indie band, do a lot of very, very mellow, smooth music. And they were just incredible. Every single member of their band is painfully talented. Like even the drummer says, "Oh, I'm going to sing a song now," and he's got the voice of an angel. Like, where did that come from? They can all sing, they can all play, and a really special show. A very tiny venue again, and really, really good.